Chris Reding. I'm County Commissioner for District 2 for Payne County and the Chairman of the Payne County Board of Commissioners. I came to Stillwater first in 1961. I was born here, grew up here, went to school here, went to high school here, went to college here. My first time through college, I got a degree in outdoor recreation, actually a Bachelor of Sciences in the Leisure Sciences. And like every other kid that was born and raised here and went to school here, the first thing they wanted to do was get as far away from Stillwater as they could. I ended up in South Carolina. Shortly thereafter, my wife, Pam, also a Stillwater girl, moved out to South Carolina. We got married and had a kid. Our natural-born son, Garrett, is 27 and about to get married. And we thought, you know, really the best place to raise a kid is in Stillwater. I had come back to college with my wife to get our teaching certification and my master's in English. And one Saturday, a friend of mine came through in uniform and said, "Hey, why don't you join us in the National Guard?" I was 32 years old at the time. Got back here to Stillwater in my unit. Did well enough that they asked me to go on full-time as an active Guard and Reserve or an HER soldier. Shortly after that, they started up a new combat engineer unit and asked me to help stand that up as their combat engineer training institute. I was kind of like the dad of the unit. And as they had troubles and stuff, they'd come to me and we'd kind of help try to sort it out. I didn't have a whole lot of answers at that point because I was going through the same kinds of things, but I ended up looking at the Bible for answers for them. And it was interesting because when they took the advice from the Bible, everything turned out okay. But if they didn't, they ended up in jail. That kind of led me to looking at and to getting this feeling that, you know, maybe being a frontline soldier isn't exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe a chaplain, military chaplain is where I am supposed to be. It turned out I had an operation while 2 years before, full return to duty, but it disqualified me from being an officer. Well, after the medical discharge took effect, we kind of looked around, my wife and I did, and like, well, what next? So we talked to the church planning director in Oklahoma City, and he started asking us the exact same questions that we had wrestled with the military chaplaincy. We worked with the Baptist General Convention of Oklahoma and the North American Mission Board, got funded for a North American Mission Board church plant, actually right here in Stillwater. And behind me is the Baptist Collegiate Ministry building where our first church was. Earlier in life, I had been very active in politics. When I became a pastor, I put all that to the side. But about 4 years ago, God started moving me and saying, you know what, you're going to get back into politics and you're going to run for county commissioner. I did listen, I did follow. I found a long time ago that it's a lot better when you listen to what God says and do it. I was elected by the citizens of the northern half of Stillwater, District 2. It's more highs than lows. It's a pretty exciting opportunity to serve the citizens of Payne County, to help make government run a little bit better. Our hope is to get it out of their way a lot so that the community can run better. Living out the call that God has for us right now. My wife and I had talked about adopting for 15, 18 years. I mean, it's been one of those off and on subjects throughout our lives. A couple of years ago, we felt this move again. Now is the time to start getting ready to adopt. God blessed us with 4 great kids. They're all brothers and sisters from the same mom and dad. It's strange. I feel a lot younger. I was 53 when they came in, and I feel like I'm in my 30s again. As a piece of God's machine, as a member of God's family, I accomplish a great deal. When I'm doing it for myself or on my own, I don't really get a whole lot done.